Anderson, thank you for joining us. How are you doing today?
Thank you for having me on. I'm doing excellent, man. I appreciate the offer to be here and give voice to the IT Apprenticeship program.
Pleasure to have you. Could you start by sharing a bit of your own story and how you became connected with this amazing initiative?
Sure. So it all kind of came out of like a tragic event. Not necessarily tragic, but I was at another college pursuing healthcare at the time. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get accepted into the healthcare program for a fourth time. If anyone knows anything about healthcare admissions, is that it's once a year. And after waiting 4 years, you just got to move on. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. So I kind of spiraled down until my brother-in-law told me about two apprenticeship programs, one being the IBE Local 24, which is an electrical apprenticeship program. And then here at HCC, the IT apprenticeship program offered by AT&T. So I applied to both and got accepted to both, which makes things even more confusing because now I'm at a crossroads where I have to decide, do I want to pursue my dream and love in IT, or do I want to pursue something stable and not have to worry about if I don't get accepted to the program or if I don't get my security clearance, I got to start all over again. So after some good deliberation and talking with my wife and convincing her to allow me another opportunity to pursue my dream, she allowed me to pursue the IT apprenticeship program here. And I've been doing it now for going on 3 years.
Wow. Love that, dude. Love that. All right. So for our listeners who may be unfamiliar, can you break down the Earn While You Learn model? And what are some of the key benefits for students who choose this path?
Yeah. So Earn While You Learn simply means that we provide you with a part-time job. You work here part-time, and for me, it's AT&T, while you also go to school and have your education paid for. You just take a class, you sit in a seat, absorb information, and you use that information to get your industry certifications. And in our case, it's CompTIA certifications.
So that certainly sounds like a win-win situation.
Absolutely.
What range of apprenticeship programs does HCC currently offer?
Sure. So last I checked, there's about at least 10 different apprenticeship programs. You have the IT apprenticeship program, which is the one I'm in. You have help desk, you have hospitality, you have plumbing, you have surgical technology, you have LPN, you have biomedical equipment technology, you have HVAC, you have accounting, you have electrical apprenticeship, you have construction management, and I do believe they're working on a few more to bring down the line as well.
Nice. And you heard about the new apprenticeship building.
I heard, yeah. I just found out about it. I was like, wow, this is amazing. I mean, it's really game changing that you can literally get an education for free and transition straight into an occupation with no hassle.
That's incredible.
It's fantastic.
So it's clear that these apprenticeships strengthen individual career paths, but how do you think they contribute to a broader workforce demand and meet the needs of local industries?
Yeah, they definitely meet the need for local industries, because what happens is with the Earn While You Learn model is you have an employer sponsor who essentially says, I'll take on the responsibility and pay for this individual for them to go to school. I'm going to take a gamble on them. And in return, once they complete their education and they're also working there part-time, they're going to make a commitment to work full-time with us. So that in itself is bridging the gap and meeting the commitment for the nation's demand. The nation needs skilled laborers in whatever field it is. And with Earn While You Learn model, it just provides a perfect pipeline straight to the employer. Again, they're paying for your education and they require a year or two out of you after that. And I think it's a win-win situation.
Can't beat that.
Can't beat it.
What's the typical balance between like classroom learning and on-the-job training that you receive?
Well, it's really straightforward. During Monday through Fridays, we work at AT&T. We have managers that we're assigned to that we do various tasks with. And once our shift is done, they're just like really 4-hour shifts. Once your 4-hour shift is done, you can either go home or start preparing for school or come straight to school. And you come to classes and then you keep doing that over and over until you finish your program. It's life-changing, you know. In my case, that I've seen so many success stories of individuals who have their security clearance. They're working at various classified locations, working for the federal government, making a really great income and serving our nation and meeting the nation's demands.
Yeah. All right. So National Apprenticeship Day is right around the corner on April 30th. As we approach it, what advice would you give to someone considering an apprenticeship as an alternative to the traditional college route?
I would say it's probably hands down one of the best things you can do. I've come from another college, so I've had to take those quote unquote useless classes, like why do I need to take CSMY 101 if I came straight out of high school? I know how a computer works, why do I need to take English again if I've done 4 years of English, So I would say it really cuts out all of that time that you could be using, and you can just use it to get straight into your core classes. And that's, in a sense, what it's done for me. So I would tell anyone interested in pursuing an apprenticeship program, act now, act fast while the window of opportunity is still there. Take advantage of it. And I promise you won't regret it, because your decision to bet in yourself and enter into something new and competitive will just reward you in the end. You just got to be willing to put the work in as you would if you went to a 4-year or 2-year college.
And finally, Anderson, how does HCC actively work to connect potential apprentices with suitable employer partners?
So that would probably be more so of a question for the apprenticeship program. But what I do know is the apprenticeship program works with employee sponsors who pays for an education for the individuals.
Okay.
They pay for it for a 2-year education.
Nice.
They pay for certifications as well. So that's kind of how it works. So I would say for individuals who is looking for an apprenticeship program at HCC, talk to the apprenticeship program and find out if your program has an employee sponsor who would be willing to pay for your education in addition to providing you with a part-time job once you're finished.
Well, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise and insights into HCC's fantastic apprenticeship program.
Definitely. And I'd like to say anyone in your audience who's willing to follow my journey, follow my story, please be sure to check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and on LinkedIn.